Hello everyone. Today I wanted to talk about self-acceptance. And what I mean by self-acceptance is the acceptance of our eternal identity as conscious awareness, pure consciousness. And the reason why I wanted to talk about self-acceptance is because we have erroneously accepted an illusory identity thinking that we are the body. And in thinking that we are the body, we think and worry about what other bodies think about us. And we depend on the acceptance and approval of others to validate our worth, when our worth and power comes from within. But what is this power within? Consciousness itself, awareness itself. And conscious awareness is not dependent on the approval of others to be peace. What is, simply is. And what is present right now within what we consider to be our minds. All we need to do is be willing to notice. But how do we notice what is? By hushing the mind. By letting go of stories of time and clearing our minds from what prevents us from noticing the immaculate mind. Thoughts being what veils our eternal identity as pure consciousness. And so the unveiling of pure consciousness starts by being willing to question and let go of what we think we know and of what we think we are. We must be willing to be open-minded and take radical responsibility for our state of mind, for our thoughts and actions. We must acknowledge that we have been unconsciously distracted and led by our thoughts, and then make the conscious decision to take control of our thoughts and our peace of mind. But we have to be willing to clean our room, so to speak, willing to clear our minds, to initially resist the compulsive habit of thinking, to resist the temptation to engage with our thoughts, and aim to maintain our minds clear, immaculate, pristine, to accept what is happening this present moment without further thoughts, judgments, or opinions about the situation or how things should be. To train the mind, to tame the mind from going wild with thoughts, judgments, and opinions, either about ourselves or about others. Self-acceptance starts with self-love, with accepting ourselves just as we are, with our flaws, our scars, our awkwardness, and imperfections. Self-acceptance is to love ourselves, to talk nicely and treat ourselves with compassion for our shortcomings, and accept what we cannot change. Self-acceptance is not about being a perfect character. Perfection is of God, pure consciousness. Self-acceptance is to love yourself, to empower yourself, and to take control of the only thing that you can control, and that is your peace of mind. To be at peace regardless of challenges and circumstances, regardless of how we are being perceived, judged, or misinterpreted. To be okay with being misunderstood. To accept being labeled this or that, because we know what we are, and that is enough. And what we are is beyond appearances, beyond gender, beyond labels, beyond imperfections, beyond the scars of time. What we are is pure consciousness. And to be conscious is to love ourselves, even with our brokenness, with our wounds and blemishes. And in our acceptance of ourselves just as we are, we accept and respect others in their journey too. Self-love is not a selfish act. Self-acceptance is about taking full responsibility for our actions, for what we think and for what we entertain in our minds, for what we say and for how we treat ourselves and others too. And to take responsibility is to be conscious, to be fully aware now, to enjoy this present moment as is, to rest on that tranquility of no thoughts, no stories, nothing. Self-acceptance is to be free, free to be yourself, free to be love, without attachments to outcome, without expectations, without the approval of others to dictate our worth. And in our freedom, we invite others to do the same, to be imperfectly perfect, imperfectly unique, to be perfectly nobody. Have a wonderful day. Bye.